guys, today I'm going to take you with me as I declutter my entire room. Everything I own is going to be analysed and scrutinised, and I will decide what I want to keep and what I give away. I will also be giving you eight helpful tips to make it easier for you to do the same. Whether you want to declutter your bedroom or your bathroom or your kitchen, whatever the room may be, these tips will make it much easier and much faster for you to do the same. I'm already in my minimized room now, but if you want to see how I got to this point, then keep watching. First tip is to divide everything you're wanting to declutter into 3 separate piles. One pile for stuff you're wanting to keep, a second pile for stuff you want to sell and donate, and a third pile for things that you want to throw away, stuff that can't be sold and can't be donated. This will make it clearer in your mind where each thing is going to go, and it will also begin the process of detaching yourself from those things. Stuff everywhere. My second tip is to ask yourself, have I worn or used this in the past 6 months? It makes sense that if you're not using an item, it doesn't have a place in your life. Therefore, it will be just creating unnecessary clutter. So ask yourself, have I worn or used this in the past 6 months? And if you haven't, it's time to give it away. Out of the huge pile that was here of clothes, all of this is going, and I'm keeping, 4 things. I have chosen to keep 4 things. They are the only 4 things in that huge pile of stuff that I actually felt like I really wanted, which is crazy. My third tip is to make the distinction between what you need and the stuff that adds value to your life, and the stuff that you're keeping just because you can. Often in life, we keep things that we don't actually want to have around, whether we feel obligated to keep it because someone gave it to us, or because we're just hopeful that one day we might need or use it. So now is the time to make that distinction. What really adds value to your life and what doesn't. My third tip is to ask yourself, is this my favorite? For me, this works best for clothes, but it also works or pretty much any item that you own. Do I love this? Is it my favorite? When I put this on, do I love the way I look every time? Is this my favorite book? Is this my favorite plant? Is this my favorite painting? Because what is the point of having things in your life if you don't love them? If you just kind of like them, maybe they'd be better off with someone else who would love them and would regard them as their favorite. This will make it easier for you to get dressed in the morning, and will also make sure that all the belongings that you do have are valuable to you. They aren't just unnecessary junk. All this stuff is going to the op shop. Organizing everything into piles and deciding to chuck it out is one thing. Actually giving it to the op shop is another thing, because then you have to accept that you can't change your mind. My fourth tip is to digitize. If you're like me and you have a huge container or many containers of files and photos and all stuff that you're keeping just because you feel like you should, maybe it's time to get the scanner or the printer out and put it all on your computer. Get all the things that you don't need physical copies of and put them on your computer, back them up on a hard drive so that you can look at them when you want or need to, but they won't be cluttering up your space unnecessarily. I'm currently scanning all of that box. Can you see the resemblance? I can. Here is everything that was in that big bucket before. So this is all stuff that's going to be thrown out or recycled. These are 2 notebooks that I'm still using at the moment. That is stuff that I can donate. And this is everything that I have decided to keep, either for sentimental value. Pretty much everything is sentimental. My fifth tip is quality over quantity. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but essentially buy quality rather than buying a bunch of crappy stuff. It's very simple. If it's bad quality, it won't last you as long, and you're gonna have to keep buying more of that item. If it's quality, or even if it's mediocre quality and you look after it, it will stick around for a while or a long time or forever, and you'll never have to buy it again, or you'll have to buy a lot less of that item in your lifetime. And that way, you're spending less money and you're not cluttering up your space with unnecessary and crappy junk. Okay, so I went shopping yesterday and As you saw, I gave away the green dresser that was here because it wasn't mine, and the bottom drawer didn't even work. I couldn't even use the bottom drawer, so I thought, seeing as it wasn't mine, I didn't love it, it wasn't completely useful, I would give it away to someone else who might need it and get something of my own that I can take with me when I move house. That was all the stuff that was in the drawers, and that was all the stuff that was on top of it. I didn't realize there was that much stuff in it. This is the finished product. I'm actually really happy with it because it's nice and simple and open and it's pretty and I think I'm really going to enjoy using it. My sixth tip is to learn to say no to yourself and to others. Learn to say no to yourself when you go shopping, when you get that impulse to just buy something just because it looks pretty or because it's on trend or because you just want more stuff. Ask yourself, will I really use this? Will I be able to wear this item with all the other clothes that I have in my cupboard? Is this a quality item? Do I really need this? And if the answer is no to any of those questions, then the answer is no. That's it. Final walk away. And the second part is to say no to others. I've just recently sent a message to all of my family saying, hey, I've been minimizing all of my stuff recently and I know my birthday is coming up, so if you were thinking about getting me something, please keep in mind that I'm just wanting to own quality stuff that I really, really love. They can do with that what they will, but I'm just letting them know not to just go out and buy me some random crap if they were going to get me anything at all. And if people want to just load off their stuff to you, give you a shirt or give you a book and you don't really want it, then say no. That's within your right, and if you don't want it to clutter up your space, then it doesn't have to. And my eighth and final tip is to repair, appreciate, and use what you already own. I'm in the process of getting some black boots that I really love repaired because I've literally worn a hole in the soles of the shoes from wearing them so much. And through minimizing my clothes, I have learned to use what I do have to create new outfits. And I've learned to appreciate all the things that I already do own. Minimizing your stuff doesn't mean you give away anything you love or that you end up with 5 things in your entire room. It means you're left with stuff that you really value. And when you make an effort to appreciate the things you do own, and when you choose to repair things instead of buying new ones, you realize how much these things can add value to your life and how much you can appreciate just owning things that you really love rather than just unnecessarily buying and buying and buying and throwing and having this constant cycle of items going in and out of your life. Creating that stability and appreciating what you have and really thinking about whether you want to buy something or not. It adds value to you and it adds value to your life. So here is the final result. I minimized every single area of my room, every drawer, every cupboard, every surface I minimized and decluttered. I bought this ladder shelf and those baskets to replace my dresser and to have somewhere minimal and simple to store my clothes. I've also decluttered my entire clothing collection. There are still some things that I might still give away, but I'm going to keep them at least until I get some new clothes that I'm going to be getting soon, which might seem strange considering I've just decluttered my entire room and why would I be getting new things, but I will explain that in a future video. The whole process took around 6 days, and even though it did take that long, I don't really mind because I went through everything so thoroughly and not one area of my room got ignored. Alright, so here's a recap of all the tips that I've given throughout this video. 1. Put all the things that you're wanting to declutter into 3 separate piles. 1 for stuff that you're going to keep, 1 for stuff that you're going to sell and donate, and 1 for stuff that you have to throw away. Things that can't be sold or can't be donated. Tip 2. Ask yourself, have I worn this in the past 6 months? Tip 3. Make the distinction between the stuff you need and the stuff that you value and the stuff that you're just keeping just because you can. Tip 4. Ask yourself, is this my favorite? Tip 5. Digitize everything. Tip 6. Quality over quantity. Tip 7. Learn to say no to yourself and to others. Tip 8. Repair, appreciate, and use what you already own. These were just 8 ways that made it so much easier and so much faster for me to declutter my room, and I know that they will help you too. So if you are inspired by this and if you are motivated to do the same, please use these tips because I guarantee it will make the whole process so much easier. I'm so glad I did this, and I don't think I'll ever go back to owning as much stuff as I used to and living the way that I used to. So this has been a big turning point, and I'm so glad that I did it. If this video did inspire you, if you did enjoy it, then please like it and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.